What are you doing?
DJ!
Oh, fuck me.
He's just gonna break his fucking neck.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to the James Skrmetta Experience. I am your host, James Skrmetta, the show that is turning Tuesday into Friday. Now, the reason you came, let's check out the news. Leftovers star Justin Theroux is doing a fantastic job as a newlywed. In a recent interview, Theroux admitted to telling his wife, Jennifer Aniston, at least once a day that she's beautiful. I can't imagine this is too hard of a task for Theroux since his wife is Jennifer Aniston. I can't imagine this is a very difficult task for Dean McDermott. Officer Michael Seliga was ready to accept an award at the Mothers Against Drunk Driving conference when his cohorts noticed something a little strange. He was drunk AF. Fellow officers noticed that Seliga seemed to be, quote, wasted, and Seliga said he only had 2 or 3 beers before showing up to the conference, and he didn't drive there. Seliga was being celebrated at the conference for making more than 100 DUI arrests this year, which proves it takes one to know one. We can only hope that next week Seliga doesn't attend the Mothers Against Eating Children conference. The University of Missouri is in the news for all the wrong reasons this week. First, Jonathan Butler, a student, went on a hunger strike after allegations of homophobia, racism, and sexism at the university. Then, the football team announced they will boycott Saturday's game against BYU unless Butler's hunger strike demands are met. And now, President Tim Wolf has resigned due to the protest. I'm kind of surprised Wolf resigned so fast after the football team made their announcement. Honestly, the team offensively would be about the same even if every single player on the team boycotted. Now that Missouri has single-handedly ended and defeated racism with its protest, the school has rewarded students and staff with a theme for this Saturday's game against BYU. What better way to end racism and celebrate the return of African-American football players who went on strike than a whiteout game against BYU? That's right, this Saturday's contest is a good old-fashioned whiteout. So, buy your shirts now and get pumped for Jonathan Butler's second hunger strike. U.S. Senator Charles Schumer wants the FDA to review and possibly disallow a caffeinated peanut butter product called Steam. Steam was created as a hangover cure originally and is only sold in Massachusetts and Connecticut. Schumer isn't playing around. He asked for the review Monday and demanded the FDA disallow the product by Tuesday. Safe to say, Schumer wants his answers in a jiffy.
Oh, well done.
Denver is dealing with a pack of vandals going around and attacking smart cars. In a statement from Denver police, they believe 4 males are driving around the city finding smart cars and flipping them. And they've already flipped 5 or 6 vehicles. Because of the type of vehicle in question, the suspects are being described as between the ages of 50 and newborn. A real buzzkill for fans of the horror movie genre with the death of Gunnar Hansen, the famous actor who played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. If I've learned anything from horror movies, it's that I hope they check to make sure this guy isn't still alive. A sinkhole devoured 15 cars at a newly constructed IHOP in Meridian, Mississippi. Scenes were pretty crazy Saturday night at the IHOP. Luckily, no one was injured as 15 cars sunk to the bottom of the earth. Kind of ironic when you look at these pictures because to me, it seems like the cars are smothered and covered. Sheriff Joe Arpaio is not happy about a potential ruling which could lead to marijuana being legal in Mexico. The Arizona sheriff is worried that legality of marijuana in Mexico could seduce Arizona college students to travel south of the border for spring break. Quote, instead of drinking beer, they can go smoke pot, he said. In related news, Sheriff Joe Arpaio has no idea that Colorado, New Mexico, California, or Nevada exist. A woman overheard a customer speaking Swahili at a Coon Rapids, Minnesota Applebee's and became enraged, smashing her beer mug across the woman's face. The victim, 43-year-old Asma Jama, says she was turned away from the attacker when all of a sudden she felt something coming towards her face and then bam, a beer mug was in her lap. I don't know about this story. I mean, are we really expected to believe the residents of Coon Rapids, Minnesota are capable of racial intolerance? Ben Carson allowed members of the media a tour of his Maryland home showing off pictures, medals, awards, and even this picture of him with Jesus Christ. Breaking news from CNN, presidential candidate Ben Carson lied about meeting Jesus face-to-face for a photo opportunity. 12 people were shot and killed at a football field being used for a cockfight in Guerrero, Mexico. Investigators aren't exactly sure what started the shooting spree, but they are sure that the argument started at the cockfighting arena. Like the old saying goes, it's hard to lose when you bring a gun to a cockfight, unless the other guy, of course, is Lexington Steele. Good news, beer is good for you. A new university study now proves that beer can be considered part of a healthy diet since it may fight off the risk of cancer, heart disease, and osteoporosis. Thank God we have continued to fund the University of Mel Gibson.
I ain't never letting go.